everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods VolcanoBlock. We are once again checking out bases that our wonderful YouTube community have put together. I don't really mention that this is like a personal DoStream server that I'm running. It's not like an official All the Mods one, but I don't know. Throw it in this one. Why not? We are currently looking at the I Like Turtles base. I believe I can do FTB teams, info, and then I Like Turtles, and we can find out. Oh, maybe my chat's hidden. I was gonna say we can find out who is responsible. What? No, not a clue. Why not? What's happening? You know what? I was gonna say it's lag. It's not lag. It's my network connection. All good. It showed up eventually. Who do we have? We have Grey Juggler and Ruthless, who actually I believe I saw Ruthless commenting not too long ago. So they're around. They're happening. Grey's obviously a frequent, as was Ruthless. Of course, it's nighttime. Blind. All right, we're here. Oh, so the commander in here works instantly, but typing in chat doesn't. Yeah, all right. Anyway, now this base, what you'll see is a lot of these are going to be very similar in terms of cobblestone. I want to say concrete, cobblestone platform. Lots of mechanism. That's what we've seen from the last two bases. This time we've got something over here and something over here. So we've got two extra bits that I hopefully won't miss. And then we've got the main stuff here. The benefit of doing these in a row is, oh my god, yeah, more turrets. Sentry turret with explosive minigun ammo. Fair enough. I'm not sure what they're for, but they actually look really cool. Yeah, Pneumaticraft. Classic. Pneumaticraft, they did an update. Even, to be fair, before their update, like, these are more Pneumaticraft machines. They've nailed it. Like, they look really cool, their textures. So what do we actually have happening? We've got advanced air compressors here that are pulling, I'm guessing, coal or something that they've got there and turning it into compressed air for a vortex tube. This guy's then allowing the refinery to heat up. We've got some mobs behind us. And then that's splitting up some crude oil into different fuels. These are Pneumaticraft tanks. I learned in the last episode that there's functional storage tanks that also show the fluid. This looks pretty cool too. I'm surprised by how many tanks nowadays look really cool. These ones look really nice. I imagine these Pneumaticraft tanks, like, they look cool, sure. But my guess is that you need some compressed iron. Honestly, not too bad. Not too bad of a recipe for a cool little tank. And then I guess that they use gold or something. Anyhow, we continue along. As I was going to say though, the benefit of doing these in a row is some of these things I've covered in previous checking out bases, so I don't really have to go over everything. With that being said, we have a spores recreator, fluid, something, and then you get mushrooms out of it. I guess we can check that out. No, I'm not actually sure what goes in there. It doesn't say in JEI, so maybe it just does it. Who knows? Of course. Mana splitter. So we got a bit of Britannia happening here. Pretty much just some magic. This stuff over here making mana, and then these things making like just ingredients and whatnot. Over here we have some Airs Nouveau happening. I'm a little bit confused by what I'm looking at, but then also not. Like, what do we think's being made here? This is a volcanic sourceling. So what this does is it'll burn up like wood or something, right? And we've, I guess, got a chute here that leads somewhere. But I feel like it's in a weird spot. I guess we've got things harvesting source berries. We've got some sort of production line down here. A placard with andesite alloy on top of a barrel. So I'm guessing that's where you put the andesite alloy. I will say as well, these placards look pretty cool. Like, in terms of using an item frame or using this thing, I would like to use this thing. What is that? So it's from Create. A brass plate and an item frame. Ooh. We've got brass plates in all the mods now. Honestly. Yeah, I need to actually remember to use some of this stuff, because, I mean, that looks really cool. What else do we have happening here? By the way, if you hear a sound in the background, like if there's a fan burning or something, I do apologize. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that, but hopefully it's not too loud. What should be the loudest thing ever? Oh, there's more over here. So this is precision mechanisms being made. So it's a little bit messy to look at, but you put a gold plate on, and then that gets placed on, I don't know, a shaft and some cogwheels and whatnot, and it needs to go through this thing about, I think, 5 different times which is pretty ridiculous. Like, the same piece has to go all around 5 different times, getting stuff every time. And so you can see we've got that system happening here. And then the finished product is filtered to plop out here. So that's pretty cool. Over here, we have some of the giant, I guess, large water wheels from Create. They are absolute behemoths, probably ripping apart my frame rate as we speak. This is how it looks without shaders, and we get a few more frames to play with. So this guy's making a lot of stress units. And then that's obviously getting stepped up here to go pretty fast. Does this pack not have motors? Oh, it doesn't. It just has the creative motor. Nice, nice, very nice. There is also another mod in All the Mods 9 that I've noticed that adds different types of motors. And I think you can like make the power through Create. I don't know, there's some pretty cool stuff out there. Yeah, anyway. I mean, this is a 1.19 pack, so... And it's a finished pack at that, I believe. So this is obviously some sort of sieving taking place. We have a netherite chest with nothing in it. Oh, but I'm guessing that's where the gravel goes. It's possible it's entangled or something, because otherwise it's just a manual setup, and that just seems weird. Over here we have the QAO importer, which is obviously sending the loot back into the QAO system. But yeah, nothing else happening there. Very odd. Just generic stuff over here. This guy makes soul sand, I would say. So this is witch water. If you put sand into it, it turns it into soul sand, I believe. There might be... Oh, that's more what it is. I guess we're getting slime blocks and soulstone from this. So I think if you put a mushroom in there, which I guess is where this stuff comes into play. Maybe? No? That's just the water. I mean, it's another manual one. To be fair, a lot of the things I set up in this playthrough, like in VolcanoBlock and Skyblock mod packs, are like this. Let's turn on night vision. Are these manual setups where you don't need it fully automated, or you can't even fully automate it when you make it. So you just have a little chest there. Pretty good. Just generic create stuff, I think. We have another sentry turret, a little bit scary in the middle of the base, especially with the explosive ammo. I'm guessing the claim stops it from actually exploding, but still a little bit sketchy. What do we have here? So we've got... I think this would be the ore processing is what we're looking at. So we've got the chemical dissolution. This will turn your raw ore into a liquid. It gets washed. It gets turned into a crystal, injected, purified, crushed, enriched, and then smelted. And then you get apparently unobtainium ingots. So I'm guessing that's what's being duplicated, or I think even like septupled at this point. I'm not sure what it is, because the rates are all pretty weird. We've got mechanism pipes. We have a little starbuncle showing up. He's a fun little guy. The piping looks messy. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. I was going to try and justify it. I mean, like, to be fair, it is a messy situation with mechanism automating this stuff, but honestly, it's done quite nicely. I will say. I can't be too harsh on it. Got some cobble gen. Just random things slapped around. I'm trying to identify, like, the purpose of things. This thing's clearly been ripped up. I mean, there's pipes going nowhere. We have, what are these? Shields from RF Tools. I'm assuming there was a wither in here at some point, but that is obviously left. In fact, I believe I saw it. I think over there, there's actually a wither, so we'll be able to check that guy out later. And then, honestly, it's just typical mechanism for the most part. We've got the brine and probably lithium being created up here. Bunch of starbuncles chilling. Oh, was that a... Oh, you know what? I think I saw... Oh, no, there is a pig. Yeah. I don't know. I thought one of the miniguns was whirring up or something. I think this guy did catch a hint of him. Oh. Well, there you go. Okay, we get to see it. Nice. I wasn't sure if we'd see it in action. We get to see it in action. Yeah, so some mechanism stuff. We've got a fusion reactor, so not a fission reactor. Over here we have a giant battery, so this guy's storing about 1 trillion forge energy. Sorry, 18 trillion forge energy currently being stored. What is this stuff? Oh, Spirit, yeah. I don't think I ever really got to play around with Spirit too much, but a little bit spooky. What else do we have happening? This is Modu's base. Huh? What is this? Bypass. Is this someone with a similar name, or is it... Huh. My connection's still bad. There's a chance that this menu pops open for me in a few seconds. So we'll just try to bear with it. I'm gonna have a quick look at this to see if I can wrap my head around it. It's just mess. It's just, I don't think this is combining to make one thing happen. I think it's just happens to all be next to each other, but it does appear to all be separate. As to what this is, not sure. Not sure. There's some mobs in there. Honestly, I think it might just be a mob farm. Based not only on what I'm hearing, but on the fact that I can't get in there. I'm guessing that's what's taking place. I see that we can jump down there, but I'm guessing there might be more of that later. We have the traditional sieve here. Netherite mesh. Some stone barrels. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard stuff. Nothing too crazy happening. Don't know what the purpose of these trapdoors are, but they're there. Something to think about. I know. Riveting explanations coming from me today. What do we have here? I see 2 classic crop sticks. Look, I don't want to be that guy, but what's IC2 doing here? IC2 has crop sticks? This classic mod, I'll be like, look, there was Tech Reborn for a little while there. I'm assuming it's the same people. I don't really know, but I'm telling you, this IC2 Classic came out guns blasting. Oh, they've even got coffee and stuff. Tech Reborn might have the coffee and all that kind of stuff too, but there's 10 pages. Jeez. Alright, fair enough. To put that into perspective, a mod like Applied... Oh, well, I guess Applied actually does have a lot. Oh, yeah, but they're all facades. That does not count, whereas the coffees definitely count. Anyway, we'll continue. What else is happening? So I've got some automated towers here. So what I think we'll find is, yeah, some sort of export bus and pattern provider combo happening on these chests to provide ingredients to the enriching factories. So I'm guessing each of these pillars... I think I undid my privilege. Yeah, there we go. Don't know why I couldn't open that guy over there then. Maybe I was right-clicking the wrong thing. You know what? I don't actually know what's happening here. I'm not sure why there's an export. I guess some things... They what? Yeah. Okay, so the fluorite, I think, is used a lot in the mechanism stuff. So they want that happening 24/7. Whereas, you know, the pattern providing, you sort of want that on a need-to-need basis. Or a need-to-want... You need it. Yeah. Or you want it. I don't know. But yeah, so these are all pillars. It is interesting to look at them because, I mean, everyone automates this stuff. I will say as well, in all the mods VolcanoBlock, like in the last base and the base before that as well, I'm pretty sure, lots of these vertical automating pillars from different bases, like, which is quite surprising. I don't who started this, because I've done a lot of these checking out base videos. Obviously not just for this pack, but lots of packs. I've seen a lot of bases. I'm quite the base connoisseur at the moment. I've not seen this verticality in these just normal machines, like crushing factories, infusing factories, doubled up infusing factories. So I'm guessing we're getting the enriched diamonds here, the enriched redstone here, all going into these machines. And they've just done it in a... I mean, it's expandable, but it's vertical. Is it because we're in a volcano block? Like a skyblock type? I'm trying to think back to the Sky Factory mod packs and all the mods to the Sky. I don't know how many... I think I checked out quite a few bases. I don't know how many... I'm getting real caught up on this whole verticality, but... I mean, it works. It's pretty cool. It's just... It's out of nowhere. This is the most latex production I think I've ever seen. Once again, going for the pillars. A ridiculous amount of cabling happening. On top of that, just a dense... not even a... Is it a dense cable? It alleges that it's not a dense cable. It feels dense. Just going out over here. Sure. Whatever. But yeah, so just latex production happening over here. Cool. Then we got some more automation. Once again, these advanced inscribers. Pillar them up. Put them to the moon. Over here we have more... So these are converters. There's something happening here. There's something happening. As you can see, I got the zoom back. What am I missing in this setup that everyone seems to have? I understand that I haven't played the pack to this extent. And so I'm genuinely just missing the point of this stuff. But what is happening? So these are all converters, right? They're flux converters. And they're being used to power IC2 machines. Gotcha. Okay, so my understanding is that these guys can only convert a certain amount per tick. Yeah, they're only outputting 512 energy units, if you will. And so we've got an insane amount of these converters, and we're converting just normal forge energy into that energy unit, into that EU, to power these machines that are very thirsty for power. But if you try to make power using IC2 Classic, for example, it's a chore. Or at least hey, I didn't say it. Well, I said it, but like, look, I mean, look at these things. But then, what? Okay. Oh, you're automating some processing? Vertical. Oh, you're making the world's longest... The other one we saw was sideways as well. What's happening? What is this mystery? Someone's done a playthrough. People are watching a playthrough. Direwolf 20 or Chosen's or Pilpo. You know who I'm talking about. The other guy, the cool guy. They've done it. Someone's done this. And you guys saw it and you're like, I like that. I'm doing that. Who is it? I want a name. I want to know who's responsible. Okay. Sorry. Everything's fine. What are these? More converters. Cool. They teetered. They tested the vertical converters. They're like, no, we must go. Anyway, I'm getting a bit PewDiePie with my voice at the moment. These big guys again. Once again, the bottom one not moving. We've seen that time and time again. This guy, plenty of power. Everything moving. Fair enough. Sure. Whatever. Let's continue. Over here, we have the controller with... We're going to ignore the sussy-muggus. We're going to... So we have the controller here. It's been future-proofed in terms of room for pillars that exist. We have only P2P happening. So only peer-to-peer connections. All 32 channels being sent into the distance. And then underneath, it just... okay. It does make sense. I think because the stuff's right next to it, this was a lot overwhelming to look at, or it was very overwhelming, but I think it makes sense. This is just like the middleman. So the P2P connects to the main one. This guy's a little middleman. He just manages the connections. And then obviously, like over here, the P2P pops out and we get the connections. There's some loud bucketing happening, is what that sounds like. There's some QAO happening. I'm not gonna lie, this is just like a sensory overload in this room. Look, if the fan behind me is actually loud as well, you guys are probably dying right now. I apologize greatly. Netherite chests everywhere. Guys, you'll just have to take my word on this. Stuff's getting automated. Stuffs and things are getting automated. Oh my god. Who's done this? Grey and Ruthless are responsible for this. Just to reiterate, just to put names. Once again, the pillars return. This is deuterium fuel, or I guess DT fuel. We've got deuterium over here, and we've got tritium over here. So not deuterium fuel, deuterium tritium fuel over here. My bad. This is for the fusion reactor. This stuff. Now I've heard a number of things in regards to how to do this, and I hate both. One says that you're meant to provide the reactor with the separate bits. So you're meant to provide them separately, and somehow they'll burn at a more efficient rate. But then on the other side, I've heard people say, no, just shove the stuff in. It does not matter. So the lesson that I'm telling you guys, that I don't know. I'll have to make a reactor and test it for you guys. Alright. Honestly, we're not too far off needing to get Polonium set up in the normal playthrough, so it's coming soon. We've got a pump happening under here. All of this stuff. Look, guys. Here's my offering. Here's my offering to you guys. And I'm talking to the modded community here. Specifically the players. Guys, we have exchanging gadgets. And I'm guilty of this as well. We need to do better floors, okay? This right here, if this was a floor that wasn't just cobblestone, but had like glass showing off this beautiful setup under here. Like this is visually look, some bits can be cleaned up, but it's nice to look at. And yet it's just hidden. And even when you're down here, if you're not in spectator mode, you just sort of see this. And I mean, arguably this is nice as well, but the surroundings, like, oh, guys, trust me. You got to be showing this off, not just for the, you know, the greedy YouTuber that comes in and milks your hours of gameplay for a video. Not for guys, trust me, not for that guy, but even for yourself. It's so satisfying looking at your base and not even just saying that it looks nice, but being able to see everything you've done. You know what I mean? Like, you've done this, you've set this up, it works, it gets the job done. Have a look at it. You know, some things deserve to be hidden, but you know, other things deserve to be seen. I'm gonna have a quick fly through here because I'm a little bit lost underneath. We'll have a quick look. This episode feels very messy in terms of like, but we're just gonna stick with it. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna keep doing these videos as we are, right? Some of them might be different, some of them won't be, and I'll just do the reactive. Not preemptive, but the reactive improvements in terms of, I'm just going to assume that everything's going fine until I'm told otherwise, right? So I'm going to assume that this video is actually going wonderfully because that appears to be happening in the past. I keep saying it, but I do apologize. I keep apologizing as well. We'll stop apologizing. 2024. I'll tell you what, I'll apologize the rest of November, December. But hey, 2024, boom. Stay tuned. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. See? Next year, that won't happen. Okay? So make the most of it. This place looks cool. There is so much room. There's order. Like, I'm looking at this redstone mess, but it's tidy. And I think it's pretty good. And I'm going to throw up when I figure out what it's actually for, because I'm not liking what I'm seeing. But it's at least tidy. So, what do we have? We've got a mob spawning room here. So these are a bunch of skeleton spawners. All of them are skeleton spawners by the looks of things. They're hooked up to a mob slaughter factory, getting us a combination of liquid meat and pink slime. Now, currently it's not in the fluid drawer, but it could be. Over here we have pillars. Now, this one's quite often you see this setup because it actually is a real... you know what? It's an odd setup. It's an odd setup. So what's happening here? Because we saw a setup last episode that was different to this. I think the setup we saw was... Oh, God. I should have said in spectator mode. Was just, like, vertical lines of pattern providers and stuff. It wasn't this checkerboard where one pattern provider shares 4 different molecular assemblers. But at the same time, that molecular assembler shares 4 different pattern providers. It was a little bit different, I believe. But with that being said, if it's working, if 32 channels working, then there you go. So these are just dense cables going through. And then the ones on the corners, I guess, no, they're offline. They're all offline. What's happening? What am I looking at? Are they offline because the chunk's not loaded? Gotcha. But if I spawn in, the network boots and it's online. And these corner ones are also online. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. System is still good. Okay, cool. There you go. That's an option, I guess. Usually when I make these, I never get to this extent. Usually my equivalent of this is just like, I do rows in the floor or in the wall like that. Or I'll do like a 3x3 pattern in the wall. I'll just do like splotches. But these modules are pretty cool, I will say. And the networking... Although it's kind of everywhere, I mean, it's working. It's networking, I guess is what to say. These are obviously computers for the thing. Now, so these, I assume, yeah, this is laser. Oh, there you go. Now, what laser does, as I leave here, it'll probably turn off. Laser flies up through the... Okay. No. Listen, guys. Guys, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? You guys are insane. The entire base is made of cobble, of old cobble foundations. Under the lava, where no one can see it, they use some beautiful structural glass so that you can see the lava from the inside. The inside of an area that if you stood while the laser was fired, you would die. And then that goes into this amplifier, which sends it off into this amplifier, which sends it off into the reactor over here, the fusion reactor. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What's happening? So ready for ignition is that guy. And the battery level is this guy. As well as the hull room. So there you go. These are redstone receivers and transmitters. Cool. And so these determine what happens, I guess. So I'm guessing if this is on, it's ready for ignition. With that being said, did my charm just break? Okay, my charm broke. I was like, we just lost power in the building. But no, I think my charm broke. Could I server, please? I do need one of those because, as you can see, people can't see. All right, cool. Guys, I'm not gonna say it. I'm sorry. Okay, well, anyway, when we could see it was pretty cool. I'm clearly. Oh, my connection's good. Oh god, I feel obliged to check the TPS when this happens because I know I have bad network connection, but if people are watching and they intend to join or something, then they deserve to see the truth. And so we'll see. Night vision on. We're in spectator mode. And the server's at 20 tick per second, which means it has been the whole time. Which means chances are it was my ping, which, yeah, it's at 7,000 millisecond. Or at least it was. As you can see, it responded accurately. Guys, it's fine. It's fine. This is cool, though. I don't actually know what's happening. And I don't necessarily think I will. I'm guessing this is the igniter. No, this is receive. Yeah, okay. 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 Alright. So what's the start of this? The start of this is here. Fuel for the reactor. That's a transmitter. Okay. Where's the start of this? Is the start of this... Oh, the start of this is here. The battery level. So if there's enough power, this guy's off, which means all of this is off. I mean, it might be the opposite. It might be if this guy's on, whatever. And so then this is just a bunch of time management, as well as this will fire the laser. And then these guys, I guess, are managing something else that eventually leads to the fuel. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. You know what I think they've pulled off here? I'm gonna throw out a guess at what I'm looking at. I'm guessing this is a series of timers. So, I don't know. My guess is that it's waiting until they've got the fuel. There's no shot that this has to be what it is, unless they've got a bunch of different lamps purely to, like, show the level of the battery or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What is this? This is the chicken's apartment. He's got the bat over for a night in. Okay, cool. Sure. That looks like bedrock. Is that bedrock? That's bedrock. Okay, cool. We've got... Hey, there's something down here. We'll drop down to see. I'm guessing it's like a builder. No, it's an elevator. Oh, cool. Boom. 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 Okay, cool. Well, anyway, let's continue before we get too lost in the sauce. Over here is another section of the I Like Turtles base. This is where you'll find the fission reactor that is capable of blowing up, that guy there. A steam turbine, generating some extra power from all that steam that this guy spits out. As well as an SPS, a supercritical phase shifter that can turn the polonium into antimatter. And it's built on top of, I believe, a naturally spawning refinery. It's possible they built this themselves, but this looks very similar to the ones that do spawn in this mod pack. So I would say very, very cool. And obviously the location helps as well. Cool, sweet. Over here, Here we go. We have a massive farm happening over here with, it looks like one of almost every single seed ever, is what it looks like. Each of these have in them efficiency, speed, and processing upgrades. They're all managed by XNet. That's what these blue cables are. And so as you can see, all these cables connect together. It's sort of like auto crafting. And then this guy manages it all. I can open it. It's a little bit risky because I don't want to break anything. But as you can see, this is scrolling. You can't tell, but it is. Like if I select this and scroll, you can see it moves. Like that's just a lot of stuff that's all been managed. Now, to manage these, you can copy the like bits on here. Like I can copy this channel or this connector, but you have to still paste them in every single one. So there's still a lot of work that gets done putting all of this in. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. We've got the Wither over here. He's probably held in with a stasis chamber under there. Yep. So that's stopping him from losing health from the drill that's drilling him, as well as stops him from destroying anything and blowing up. As you can see, he's still in that early access stage where he's blue. Laser drill powering the laser base, getting you ether gas, which is then going into this guy here. Basic fluid tank from mechanism. And, you know, it's used for processing. There's quite a few recipes that need it. We've got the quantum ring hooked up to the applied energistics back of the base. Some, is Nouveau stuff. What's happening over here? Is this the, this is the hostile neural networks pumping out all types of things. We've got nether stars happening here. Zombified piglins getting us gold. Gas tears. Nothing. What's this one doing? Enderman predictions, I guess. Getting you ender pearls and whatnot. These ones over here. Blazers and pigliches. Very cool. I mean, there's probably some more stuff I've missed, but they're there. They're doing their thing. Now, this here, this is one of those Skulk Islands we have seen a few times now. And we have a big laser drill. Do we have... Oh, I'm searching the wrong spot. Hold on. Do we have... Yeah, they don't have the wireless chargers. Unlucky. I love that. There's like a wireless charger mod. And to be fair, it's pretty ridiculous. Like it's pretty OP for what it does. But obviously in other packs, that's usually what I use to pair all these. I wonder... I mean, I guess they've tried a few different ways. Like they've tried running the power that way, running the power through the center. Yeah, because you can do a lot of these guys here. It still processes pretty fast, as you can see. Spitting out a bunch of gold. I'm assuming this was for sulfur, purely because I'm currently at a sulfur deficit as well for running my ore duplication from mechanism. So I'm guessing it's a similar problem. But hey, this looks pretty nice. I don't know if these have been placed manually, but I'm guessing so because I haven't seen that at the other Skulk Islands, and it looks good. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone either side and in between, that is, I like turtles. That is, I like turtles. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, in terms of how many bases we've got, I don't actually know. There are a few. They're hard to see, but every so often there's, you know, a base in between these little gaps here. Oh, some cool looking bases. Or at least the claim looks pretty cool. There's a few of them. I don't know how big they are. I don't know how much people have played in them. There's a few, you know, you might not be able to see them, but I'd probably guess 20 more that are claimed at least. There's probably a few in between that I can double check, make sure if people have claimed and whatnot. Sometimes there's some hidden bases that you come across. But yeah, cool. We'll see how many we can get through before the server ends up wrapping up. Or if people start playing it again because I've pumped out videos for it. Well, server's rebooting. We'll, I don't know, cross that bridge too. So, yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I don't know. These videos are always a little bit weird. Partly because I've never watched anyone else do them. And I only really watch them back in recording, like in editing. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I think they're pretty good. And yeah, sweet, cool, awesome. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you to our donators and channel members, of course. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Andre, and Final Phoenix 13, who in the last video said they have finally catched up on all the videos, which I think is physically impossible, but allegedly are. I'm assuming, you know, caught up from when they started, right? As in from when they started, not from when the video started, but I don't know. I guess it's been a few years now. Couple of thousand vids. How many do we have? Like, I'm pretty sure it's actually like a decently large number. It's now look. I probably don't have anything to the hands of Mr. Direwolf, but let's see if I can pause the video that auto plays. I can. Bingo. 1.5 thousand videos we've got. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And all of which are like, between 30 minutes and an hour. Plenty of stuff to watch, guys. Plenty of stuff. I don't know if you would, but the point is that you could. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it's good. As for like all the mods 9, yeah, we'll be looking at bases. We'll be playing more of that. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.